Hi, good morning, guys. I know I haven't been on here in a while. I've been a little busy, as you can tell. I'm in the garage right now. I'm multitasking. I'm doing some stuff. I'm working from home today. But I wanted to kind of reach out because I have something that's in my brain, and I was hoping that maybe I could ask some questions. I wish my YouTube was a little bit bigger so that I could reach out to more people. But I wanted to know, those of you guys who have kiddos, um, how I have four kids at home. I have three, two that are almost preteens. One just turned 11 today, and the other one's going to be 11 in May. And then I have two 15-year-olds, or going to be 15-year-old. One's going to be 16, one's going to be 15. Anyway, we're a pretty open house. We talk about everything. We watch whatever. We've always taught our kids to be respectful and to just overall be respectful. I'm a big, humongous believer with women's rights, how to treat a woman. I'm raising three boys, so how to treat a woman, how a man should be treated. Everyone is equal. We do have, my kiddos would say that it's very women strong in our home, but I'm a very strong woman. I'm raising a very strong woman, but I'm also raising very strong men. My husband is not a pushover for the least, like not even a little bit. He and I have really great communication skills, and so it works for us. But I wanted to ask, how do you go about in a situation where you have preteens and you have teenagers and social media and everything that entails in that? I feel like a lot of kids, I guess I'm not getting my question across yet. It'll get there. I feel like a lot of kids feed off of social media. I feel that, and I'm not saying social media is like corrupt. Well, it is. I'm sorry. Social media is corrupt. There's a lot of things on there that kids should not be watching. There's a lot of things on there that, you know, kids shouldn't be listening to or hearing as well. They should be part of the world. By all means, we discuss everything from politics, religion, sex. We talk about everything at our home in a very normal but still age appropriate way. With that being said, how do you deal with that? Say you're watching a movie and it's a rated R movie, or it's a PG-13, okay, and you have all your kids around and there's a sex scene. Do you tell your kids to close their eyes? Do you shame that? We do not. I do not tell my kids close your eyes. I did when they were little, but I try not to watch things like that around them. When and if I do, and if there is a movie that we're watching and I did not watch ahead of time, and the kids want to watch it, we'll watch it. They know better in a way that I have a few that will be like, they're kissing, I'm not gonna watch that, and stuff like that. But how do you deal with it, without making sex a bad thing? Because I don't think it's a bad thing. If you have kids, you obviously don't think that sex is a bad thing. But when it comes to children and speaking about sex and the age limit, how do you go about that, right? We are very blunt, we are very outspoken, but I really feel like our kids have learned a lot from TV. It is what it is, and it's just, it's something that I feel a lot of people do not talk about. Now my other question is, you don't know what your kids are saying at school. You don't know what they're doing at school. And you're really hoping that whatever they're watching or saying here at home, it doesn't go to school, but it does. I mean, it is what it is, right? How do you teach them that? Like, kids did not come with instructions, obviously. I wish they really had. I am really trying my best to be the best parent that I can, but I feel like whenever they make a mistake, I feel so bad about it. Like, I feel horrible about it. I feel like when an incident happens, say, my kiddo was getting bullied, right? And say, I don't know how he reacted to it, but I hear all these things, and it's like, I really hope that I, as a mom, as a parent, really came through and expressed to them what they need to say, right? Okay, but back on the subject of the sex. Like, I really hope that my boys aren't going around and like talking about sex to their friends. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they will. How about that? I'm sure they will talk about all that to their friends, because I'm sure I did. But how do you even figure that part out? Like, how do you even make sure that your kids are still being respectful when they're not around you? That's something that I'm trying to understand and trying to figure out. That's just that. We're gonna have to figure this out. The kid thing is definitely a hard thing to deal with. They're growing up. I hear about kids that are on social media, and they get groomed to be, I don't even know where that's going. It's not even groom. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, how do you deal with your children and the sex talk? How do you deal with your children and the respectfulness? What do you say to them? What are the best words to say? I have to figure that part out. I will tell you how it goes. I'm hoping that every parent that watches this is probably thinking, hey, this is the way I do it. And I'm hoping this is the way, you do it. I was not taught that. My mom and my dad would always tell me, don't let your tíos touch you. Don't be sitting on your tío's lap. Things like that. But that was more of, watch your, be safe around, be careful with strangers, right? Even though my tíos weren't strangers. That's just what I'm talking about. Like, my parents were very blunt and very open about things, but I feel like kids nowadays on social media, they're trying to figure themselves out, and they're talking about all kinds of things. Like, they're talking about oral sex, and they're talking about threesomes, and it's like, give me a break. Can you even fathom the thought of any of the above? No. And it's crazy, because do the parents know what these kids are watching? I don't know. I'm all for removing all social media and showing your ID when you want to sign up for social media to verify that you are that person. That's how I feel about Facebook. That's how I feel about any kind of social media, Instagram, everything. You should be able to verify your age in order to be on there. That's another rant we're not going to do right now, because there are kids that are on there that are very young. I've seen 9-year-olds on there, and yeah, it's only for their, for their friends. Give me a break, because where there's a will, there's a way. El diablo no duerma. He is always there. He will find a way to find your child and figure out how to get on social media. It is what it is. But how do you do that? How do you block them from everything? I mean, I guess you could be that parent. I mean, I could be that parent. I should be that parent. I should definitely be more about that. But that's all I wanted to come at you guys at. I do have more stuff that I want to talk to you about. but this will not be the time or place for that. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If I get new followers, please comment on how you deal with your children and the sex talk, or how you run your household and the sex talk. You know, like I said, we're a very open home. The kids want to know about anything and everything. We will explain to them in a very adult manner. They have never given me a question that I couldn't answer. You know, for example, my daughter one time asked, or was I don't even remember who it was, what a bisexual was. I explained it. Like, there's no problem with explaining what that is. I think they were very, very, very little when that happened. But I just want to know, like, what your thoughts are. So if I do have any new followers, or even my friends that are on here now, a few of y'all have small kiddos, a few of y'all have teenagers. How do you deal with that? Do you normalize sex? I mean, because it's normal. Do you talk about it openly? Do you shy away when you're watching a movie and, you know, your kids are in the room? Because we are a very big family and we're always together and we watch TV together all the time. What do you do? I'm curious. I'm curious to find out, like, how it is in your home. So leave a comment. Let me know. If you're my friend, text me. We can talk. Maybe talk about this and figure it all out, because this parenting shit does not come with a book. It is some real fucking shit, man. It's real shit. And we just gotta figure it out together. And I honestly believe that it takes a village to raise a child. And we are our own little villages. So we got to figure it out, guys. Much love. Besitos. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.